So I fished a couple days ago and we caught some kingfish. So today I'm gonna brine it and make some smoked kingfish. I've got a measuring cup and I'm doing a 6-to-1 ratio of brown sugar, light brown sugar, and salt. A simple mix on a 6-to-1 is gonna be 3 cups of brown sugar, half a cup of salt, but I had a little less brown sugar today, so I used 2 cups of brown sugar and I used 4 tablespoons of salt and 2 teaspoons. So 4 2/3 is roughly what that's going to be. Still comes out to be the 6-to-1 ratio, but it's going to work out just fine. So I'm going to mix that up, get that salt and sugar mixed in there real good. I got a mixing bowl that I'm going to take and I'm going to put the fish down and layer the salt and sugar brine on top of it. It's a dry brine is what it is. Then I'm going to take the kingfish and I'm going to cut the kingfish into pieces that are big enough to go in the smoker without falling through, but not big slabs. That way I try to keep pieces where they'll kind of cook evenly. So I've probably got this salt and sugar brine mixed up pretty good. Move that to the side. Go ahead and get my kingfish on my cutting board. See what I've got. So size-wise, a lot of these already look pretty good. So these are nothing huge. I'm actually going to break that one down some. Nope, that's 2 pieces. That one will be fine. So everything in there is actually looking pretty good. Check, make sure that one's got a little bit of bones in it. I don't want to smoke it with bones in there, so I'm going to take the bones out. Less bones I have to worry about, the more everybody enjoys it. So throw that to the side. Nothing in there. I got bones in that one too. So I'll just take that whole piece off. So even though those are smaller pieces, if I have to, I can always take a piece of tinfoil, put it on my smoker, and be okay. So I've just basically run my fingers down these little center lines, make sure there's no bones in any of that. That's all good. So I'll quickly run through them. Got a little bit in this. I'm gonna separate this out into 2 pieces. I can take that blood line out too, with a little bit of blood lines in there. A little bit stronger flavor in there. Doesn't particularly bother me, but some people have a little aversion to it. So, you know, being that I already took that one out, I'll take that little piece out too. Like I said, not really a big deal. Most people won't notice, especially after you smoked it. So all these pieces are about the same size. I do have a couple a little on the small side, but not a big deal. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take me a paper towel and I'm gonna just kind of pat that dry. It kind of has like a sticky tackiness to it. Because once I put this brine on there, it's gonna start drawing all the moisture out of the fish. So I'll go from having a dry brine on these to in a couple hours, it'll end up being good bit of liquid in the bowl, as you'll see. So I'm gonna quickly pat those all off. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, the dry brine is gonna pretty much pull all the moisture out of it anyway. Slide those to the side a little bit. I'm gonna take a scoop of my brown sugar salt, put a little layer on the bottom, and start layering my fish in. I'm gonna take another layer. I'm basically gonna stack it up like you were making a lasagna. So it's a salt and sugar brine lasagna is pretty much how you got to look at it. Doesn't have to be super heavy on there. Just a light coat. So as it settles down in and that liquid comes up, you'll end up with more. The brine will kind of come up as it goes through. As it all ends up sitting in the liquid. Can't use too much of this, even though it's salt and sugar. You know, it's basically going to coat it off, and once it's all done, I'm just going to rinse it anyway. So I'm going to take that last couple handfuls, slap it on top of it, otherwise it's going in the trash anyway because I've taken my fishy hands. Oh, got one more piece in there. 2 more pieces. Make sure you check on your bowl, that way you don't miss anything. And that's pretty much the brine. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator to keep it cold. I'm gonna let it sit for probably about 2 or 3 hours. I'm gonna come back, remove it, and you'll see what we do from there. So here's about 3 hours later. I've got my fish in the brine. Like I said, all that would turn into liquid. So it's taken this fish and really just made it firm, harder pieces, which is good because they'll help them hold together better on the smoker. So I've got something completely different in here right now. I've actually got some pork skin with fat on it that I am trying to render down. Another experiment to see how that goes. But right now our focus is going to be on this fish. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it all in the sink, I'm going to rinse it, and I'm going to put it on this pan. Get ready to go on the smoker. So now I've got all my kingfish over here. I know that the light is getting dim in here because it's pouring down rain outside, so I'm going to turn my microwave light on. But I've got all my kingfish over here. You can see how much liquid is in there. Some of that is just the brown sugar liquefying with the, I guess it's like just from the juices with the fish and everything, but you know, it definitely firms them up, definitely gives them a tacky feeling. And what I do is I take them, run them under cold water, and really rinse all that salt and sugar, that brine off of it, so you're not leaving it all salty. Then I'm gonna take my paper towels again, I'm gonna come through, pat everything dry real good, dry my pan because the water's in the pan from where I was rinsing it, flip it over, do the same thing on both sides. You know, you're never gonna get it perfect, but the less moisture I have to worry about putting into the smoker, or the less moisture that you have on the fish to be cooked, it's just gonna make it a little easier. So flip it and pat it, and one of them things. I'm not going to spend all day doing it, but definitely can tell a difference. Go rinse my hands real quick so I'm not touching, cross-contaminating a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna come back. I got some of the Meat Church seafood seasoning, and it's a little on the spicy side, so even though you had it in all that salt and sugar brine, a lot of that gets rinsed off, so you're not keeping it in there with it. So give everything a light coating. This is, like I said, a little on the spicy side, so not everybody likes it, so I don't go crazy with it. I'm gonna take most of this and make a fish dip anyway. Maybe I'll put another video together making fish dip. Get everything flipped over, that way I can get the other side. Now that I've patted everything down, it's all wet again, so really doesn't make that much of a difference, I guess. But another light sprinkle on everything. Now it goes to the smoker. I've got my smoker going on 225. I got a pork shoulder on here right now, so perfect time to throw something else on. I'm gonna take my pieces and carefully put them on. That way they're not touching each other. That way some of these smaller pieces like this aren't falling through the cracks and gaps. Don't want to lose any of them, like I'm about to lose that one there. Try to lay everything crossways. I typically don't flip it midway through the cook. I just don't like to mess with it once it's on the smoker. So come over here and put it in the back and anywhere I can fit it. I got rain right now, so I'm trying to get it done quick as it's starting to come down a little bit harder. Throw that last piece back in there, and that's what you got. Coming out for a quick peek, about 40 minutes in, 45 minutes in. You can see that fish is looking good. I'll probably give it another 20 minutes or so. I don't usually flip it, but if it's not sticking right now, I'll go ahead and flip it. I know I'm not supposed to use my hands, but we're the only ones going to be eating this, and I just washed my hands from cooking dinner inside, so. I usually cook my smoked fish a little to the dry side, only because I chop it up and I make a lot of fish dips. So, but everything's looking good. I'll probably give it another, I don't know, I'll probably cut it back another 10-15 minutes, and it should be good. It's been another 15 minutes or so, and it is all cooked to about where I like it. So that's the good thing with smoked fish or anything else, is you can cook it to what you like. So I'll take it all out, put it on my pan, let it cool off, and then we'll probably have a couple pieces as like a little snack or appetizer, and the rest of it is going to go into a fish dip. So, but that's smoked kingfish, or any other fish you want to cook. So I've used that brine on vermilion snapper, sea trout, all kinds of stuff, and it all comes out great. So get you some fish, go out and make you some smoked fish dip or smoked fish.